Hi, Mom. So, today is our birthday, and for the past 30 years, we have spent it together. But this year is a little bit different, and because it's such a special year, I wanted to do something a little bit more memorable. So, I have written a little letter that I'm going to read, and I wanted to record it just so you could have it forever. So I'm going to be reading off of the screen here, but I'm going to be talking to you. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. So here's the letter. This year is a milestone for both of us. I mean, I'm now exactly the age that you were when you brought me into this world. You know, that day that you often recall when We're Off to See the Wizard was playing in the background just as I took my first breath? Well, a lot has happened between then and now. And where I was once off to see the wizard, now I'm off to see the world. And Mom, you made this life possible. For half of your entire life so far, you have been more than just a mother. And you've given me more in this world than I could have ever asked for. More than I could have ever imagined. How did you do it? Well, it's because you were more than just a mom. I mean, you have been all of the following. I'm going to read a list. At one point over the many years. Starting with more recently, you have been my financial advisor, my social media expert, my accountant, my real estate advisor, and my chief of grassroots marketing agent. Because I've lost count of how many people have messaged me completely out of the blue, starting with, "So I met your mom today, and..." And at the same time, you have always been my biggest critic. There are few people out there who will tell me like it is, good or bad, and you speak your mind. Because of this, I always have this little voice in my head saying, what will Mom think of this? What would Kathy do? And through the years, you've become an expert in judging photography, videos, songs, and all things art. I mean, remember how many people you had in your little circle at the art exhibit in Miami? I mean, by now, you're pretty much up to the standards of all those critics you write for the New York Times. So you should probably apply for a job there. In all seriousness, on top of being an art advisor, you've also been my fashion advisor, my hairstylist, my network agent, my spokesperson, and all-around brand image counselor. I mean, I'd probably never change my clothes if it wasn't for your sense of style. I mean, you actually picked out the sweater that I'm wearing right now. So, beyond keeping me presentable, I remember the first time I went to Namibia. You were my travel advisor, my travel doctor, my medical supply chief, because I'll never forget the entire counter at our house filled up with zebra-striped Band-Aids the day before I departed to Africa for the first time. We all know that I never would have been able to fit all of that in my bag, but that didn't matter because it's your thought that counted. Now, in college, you were a friend to all of our friends, and a surrogate parent to those whose families were, thousands of miles away. International holidays at the Boyd's house were always the most lively on all occasions, and you were then the master chef, and you were always the entertainment, the host. Now, throughout high school, you were the alarm clock, the chauffeur, the oops, I forgot my notebook, can you please bring it person? I mean, you were the cool mom. And you were the one who brought us to school in the morning. On those dunks runs. And you picked us up after school. From when we were studying late. No matter what we needed, you were always there, Mom. And you brought us wherever we needed to go. Without any hesitation. I mean, you can't even get that kind of service from the best limousine service. But because of what you did then, we were able to accomplish so much in these formative years. I mean, you did it all unconditionally, not knowing how we would really turn out. Now, when I was younger, you'd been a medical advisor. I mean, you still are, and also a nurse. But especially when I was young, I don't really clearly remember actually feeling sick all those times that I had the flu or had a bad cold growing up. But what I do remember is I remember you there with warm soup or putting a Band-Aid of the zebra variety on my scraped elbow or calming me down when I got upset about something like a C on a test. I mean, I forget the test, and it never really mattered in the end. But what did matter is that you were there to soothe and comfort, always. I remember this the most. Who you were then made the what you were there for feel not that bad. And more today, in the same spirit, you continue to be my inspiration to be kind to people and to comfort other people and to reach out to strangers. Because who knows? I mean, who knows who you meet? And they might just be leading to something big. And many times they have. I mean, all those random people that we just would meet on buses somewhere or in airports. I mean, you are the spirit of enthusiasm and the queen of never giving up on people. I mean, you never gave up on any of us, ever. And with your drive for life, Mom, you've taught me to do what I have to do so you don't waste time, so you can do what you want to do. You know, that old phrase, do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. And I'm glad I listened to all those quotes you sent us over the years. Every single message. I opened all of them, I read them all. Because I'm living those quotes. And they obviously had an impact somehow. And I'm doing what I want to do now. Because of all those people that you have been for me, for us, in your life, and in our lives. But most importantly, above all, the one thing that you have been that I am absolutely most grateful for is that you have been my mother. And I actually speak for both Mikey and myself, because we've been so fortunate to have you in our lives. All the things that I've just mentioned, you've been for both of us, and we wouldn't be where we are without your zeal. Your bubbly and charismatic personality. You guided her, Indy, and she'll be bringing you out starting on Friday.
And I'm ready. I know the road.
Where's the lodge, Mom?
To the left.
Close enough. And your overwhelming drive to be our mother. Mom, we love you so much. So, happy birthday. And being born with you on this day, sharing this birthday with you, has always obviously made it extra special for me. And I'm so grateful to share this day with you. Love you so much, Mom. Be together again with you very soon. It really feels like we are together most of the time. With all the video chats, I mean, cooking dinner with you here and there. And going on walks. So soon enough. I'll see you in person. In person. And until then, love you.
You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.